Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Sunday preview. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Sunday preview. Rotting Penance Fly High for the Flesh Eater Courts. And I'm not going to lie, I am super excited for Ushoran. After much time spent spying on the cannibal courts from afar, we can report that they have finally opened the rotten gates of their ruined keeps, and are surging out in full force across the mortal realms. Ushoran himself smashes his way into the realms alongside a royal court packed with noble courtiers and their loyal servants. Alongside Dawnbringers Book 4, the Mad King rises. It's good eating for the servants of death. So there is a little video right here. We're going to skip that and go into the full article. Dawnbringer Book 5, The Mad King Rises. Both halves of the twin-tailed crusade are battered and bruised after the battles across the Dawnbringer series, but nevertheless they continue the endless march through Ashby and Ghyron in the 4th chapter of this epic story. Unfortunately for these beleaguered Sigmarites, the hungry forces of death are prepared to welcome them with open arms. The Mortarch of Delusions welcomes the Gyronite prong of the crusade into New Summercourt, where the Sekar, the Fang of Numalia, is weaving a dizzying web of conspiracy that threatens the Dawnbringers. Alongside rules from Ushoran and Sekar, there is a new army of renown with a heavy focus on powerful bloodsucker, a regiment of renown for all 6 of Nagash's Mortarchs, the next chapter of the Cities of Sigmar Path to Glory Battle Pack, and the return of Triumph and Treachery. Alright, so here we have Book 4, The Mad King Rises, with Ushoran, all the new rules in it, and then the special edition cover as well. Absolutely beautiful art. A little disappointing, obviously, that they've gone so bland on the special edition covers, but very cool nonetheless, and that should definitely sell out. I'm super excited to get a hold of this, but most importantly, the new models. Ushoran, Mortarch of Delusion. And I know it's still early. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think we have a strong candidate for Warhammer Model of the Year. I'm just saying, this model is absolutely amazing. The base is awesome, by far the best tactical rock ever created. The model is like nothing we've ever seen before, loaded with detail, absolutely beautiful, and it's plastic. Let's freaking go. Going by many names, the Somber Paladin, the Lord of Masks, the Summer King, Ushoran is the powerful epicenter of the Flesh Eater Delusion, a complex character who masks his bestial nature behind a suffocating illusion of chivalry. The Mortarch of Delusion is a hulking brute who casually carves through his foes as he leads his rancid ghouls to victory against the enemies of Nagash. His rules are available in Mad King Rises and also shortly as a free download on Warhammer Community. So absolutely amazing. Definitely very excited for Ushoran. He will immediately be 300 kicking my entire painting queue and taking his rightful place at the front of it. Alright, and then next we have the Fangs of the Blood King. The Fang of Nulamia is a loyal servant of Ushoran's rival Neferata. Like her mistress, Sekar is a duplicitous schemer, bending the will of enemies and allies alike through the subtle suggestion and powerful hypnosis. The Fangs of the Blood Queen is the first place you can get Sekar and her serpentine thrall Uberoth, alongside 10 dire wolves and 3 fell bats. So another cool model here, nice little box. We'll have to see how this one is priced to see just how great of a deal it is, but very cool. Alright, and then we have Battletome Flesh Eater Courts. Drink deep of the delusion with the standalone release of the Battletome, which contains the blood-splattered background for the ghoulish horrors who truly believe they are chivalrous warriors. All the rules you need to bring this army to the battlefield are included with 27 war scroll and pitch battle profiles for all your chivalric cannibals. A wealth of thematic enhancements, Path to Glory rules, and a gallery of painted by the heavy middle team. Give yourself fully over to the madness of Ushoran with a beautiful limited edition that definitely isn't a moldy grimoire plastered with old blood. This edition features a soft touch cover with gold foil blocking, gilt page edges, and a red ribbon bookmark. A supremely decadent artifact limited to just 300 numbered copies. So very cool. I'm not sure they have numbered these in the past, so that is kind of strange, but very cool. Limited edition. Again, a little lazy on the covers, but beautiful art nonetheless. Very cool for everybody that is after the new book that didn't pick up the box set. And then we got a host of characters coming along as well. Grand Justice Gormayne. What use is a royal court without a paragon of sound mind to pass judgment upon those who transgress against the will of the Summer King? Grand Justice Gormayne delivers his sentence without a hint of clemency, whipping his minions into a frenzy with spit-flecked orations. Very cool model. Gotta love the OG wig made out of entrails. Very cool. Very nice. Very thematic. Probably not going to be your favorite if you're not into the body horror. Alright, and then next we have the Abhorrant Cardinal. Another really nice looking model right here. Very cool. Blessed with arcane power after sipping from the Carrion King's chalice. Abhorrant Cardinals are zealous clerics that spread the word of Ushoran across the mortal realms. Their stupefying sermons can erode the sense of even the most stoic warriors. Very cool. Alright, and then we have the Royal Decapitator. Another nice looking model right here. The Royal Decapitators of the Carrion Court have one job, and they do it exceedingly well. Though pockmarked and rusted, their axes are more than up to lopping off heads of their vampiric lieges, a task which these grim executioners pursue with a demented vigor. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. And then we have the Varghulf Courtier. Varghulf Courtiers are the most foregone of all Ushoran's servants, vampires transfigured into loping bestial forms. In their delusion, the Carrion Court views their vile creatures as blessed champions who emerge from their dank cloisters only when the battle draws near. But the enemies of flesh-eaters see their true chiropteran nature, usually as they are being torn asunder by their elongated limbs. So very cool, coming to individual purchase. Then we have the Marrowscroll Herald. Realms of the Flesh-Eater Court engage in internal relations and diplomacy just like any other kingdom, and the Marrowscroll Heralds are their esteemed envoys. They spread the glorious news of the benevolent liege across the mortal realms, leaving a trail of madness and destruction in their wake. So again, coming for the first time to individual purchase after the previous box set. Alright, and then same for the Crypt Guard as well. Crypt Guards are the sworn bodyguards of the Abhorrents, armed with the finest weapons from their armories. In their minds, these are the masterworks covered in filigree, but in reality they are rusted relics steeped in corpse juices. Even the shallowest cut from one of these foul blades can turn a brave warrior into a gibbering wreck. This box builds 10 Crypt Guards with a choice of weapons and heads, plus options for a champion, standard bearer, and musician. So just as I suspected earlier when the box set was coming out that these were going to be offered in 10s, that just shows you how good of a deal that box set really was. I know a lot of people speculated they were going to come in 20s like the Crypt Ghouls, but just didn't seem realistic. Alright, and then we have the Morbheg Knights. Absolutely beautiful models. Again, coming to individual purchase for the first time since the box set. Morbheg Knights are a chivalric order whose shields and flags bear offal-strewn simulacra of traditional heraldry. Devoted to the abhorrent monarchs, they crash into enemy ranks, ear-piercing howls from their night-shrieker steeds, sending foes into disarray as the carnage commences. This box builds 3 Morbheg Knights with a selection of interchangeable heads, 2 shields each, and options for a champion, standard bearer, and musician. Awesome models. Very cool. Alright, and then we have the Flesh-Eater Court's dice set. Pair your army of emaciated ghouls and your dice with the Flesh-Eater Court's dice set, which contains 16 sickly gray dice with red ink pips. These dice each feature the Flesh-Eater Court's faction icon on the 6th face. So I definitely wouldn't call this gray. It sort of looks like a glow-in-the-dark type color. But it doesn't say anything about that, unfortunately. That would have been a cool thing to have, glow-in-the-dark dice. But of course, the dice boycott continues. Although I did just recently buy some used Games Workshop dice, but that's between you and me. Alright, and then from Necromunda, we have the Ironhead Squat Prospectors Champion with Mining Laser. So this was shown off quite a while ago. The Ironhead Squat Prospectors welcome a new champion to the field, a drill master hefting a mining laser that's nearly as big as he is. Designed to bore precious minerals out of the crust of Necromunda, these S9 tools make short work of armor and vehicles. This single-pose miniature is an expert kit made from forgeworld resin. Nice looking model, obviously forgeworld resin though, yuck. Alright, and then we have the store anniversary models. 2 new miniatures will be on offer to store anniversaries this year. As always, you want to ask your local store when their store anniversary is so you can get a chance to buy your own. Brakki the Gilded Key. Armed with a blazing latch axe and wearing a finely crafted cloak of Magmadroth leather, Brakki the Gilded Key is a stout exemplar of the Fire Slayers. Though unique in design, this miniature can be used to represent an Auric Rune Smiter, a pious priest who can create tunnels that help his doughty allies strike at the heart of the enemy. Very cool, nice looking model right here. And then we have the Invocation of the Elements. Ethereals are the spiritual leaders of the Tau Empire, and each embodies the wisdom and unity of the greater good in every action they undertake. Clad in flowing robes and armed with the honor stave featuring the emblems to the 4 castes. And then he also has like some cool swappable like elemental pieces for his other hand. Very nice model right here. Super cool. Alright, and then we have White Dwarf 497. The February issue of White Dwarf is 144 pages of excellent Warhammer articles and images. This month introduces rules for the Insidious Infiltrators, a new combat patrol for Tyranids in Warhammer 40,000. Flesh Eater Courts in Cursed City, and Space Marine Scouts for Kill Team. On top of that, there's gorgeous photography of the Lumineth Realm Lords and the first battle report for Warhammer the Old World. So very cool. Another Tyranid Combat Patrol. Definitely curious what's going to be in that one. Alright, and then we have some officially licensed Orc Choa bottle opener. So cool little officially licensed product that actually serves a purpose. Boys and cold ones, name a better combo. The Orc Choa bottle opener is exactly what it sounds like. A very Warhammer 40,000 way to opening bottles filled with your favorite refreshment without having to resort to brute strength. This product will be available to buy next week, no pre-order necessary. So very cool, an absolute ton of stuff coming this week. I'm surprised Games Workshop didn't spread this out at all over last week and this week, since last week basically had like nothing new. If you're in the US, we saw the ForgeWorld stuff that was delayed showing up, and then the made to orders, but nothing new really. And then this coming week, obviously a ton of new stuff. So very cool, very exciting. I will definitely be picking up Ushoran and some of this other cool stuff. Let me know what you're most excited about, what you're going to be picking up. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. Thank you for all the well wishes. I may not sound like it, but I'm feeling better. Still sick though, obviously. Hopefully it won't be much longer though. As always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I am excited. And I'm out of here.